Hello everybody, it's Ty1 here. In today's video, we are doing we're doing something pretty different today. Something kind of pretty fun. In this video today, we are going to do my top 10 favorite Star Wars games. I have a list of top 10 games that I have here. I do apologize, I don't have really any slideshows to show like videos of my games and stuff like that. If I had a PC or some way of showing those to you guys, I would do that, but I just have them wrote down on the list for now, so I apologize if there's those slideshows and stuff. Hopefully you guys, when you guys do see this video, hopefully you guys will understand and stuff. I'm actually working my way up to get a PC so I can actually do some of this extra stuff, and I haven't quite got there yet, and plus PCs are kind of expensive, and two, it is a thing on the list I'm saving for, so anyways, I'm going to show you guys a list of my favorite Star Wars games and go from there, and hope y'all enjoy. So, we're going to start off with, I don't know why I said top 10, my top 11 Star Wars games. It was originally going to be top 10, but there was a Star Wars game I kind of missed on. I was like, oh, I forgot that one, so this is my top 11 Star Wars games. So, or maybe a 10.5, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so at number 11, the first Star Wars game I'm going to talk to you guys about is Star Wars Jedi Outcast. Now, Star Wars Jedi Outcast should be up tighter with probably up in the number. Probably should be been up in the number 4 spot, but Jedi Outcast ended up being like the last. It ended up being like the last thing put in, and I completely forgot about it, so that's why it's in number 11. But number 11 is Star Wars Jedi Outcasts. I kind of like the atmosphere of it. It kind of had kind of similar feel of, you know, like your Star Wars old Knights of the Republic games. Kind of a similar deal, just different gameplay and stuff. And plus, there was some pretty cool story details in some of it too. So, I played Jedi Outcast on PC on a desktop computer for. I remember I had it for the desktop computer game once. I had a few Star Wars games up for desktop PC at one point. I think I had like two or three of those games of Star Wars games that I remember having for PC. The next game I'm gonna mention to you guys. Wait, what the hell? Sorry, guys. Star Wars Jedi Outcast. I thought it was really a pretty fun game for like just being a Jedi. Although it's been a while since I've actually played it and stuff, and I did hear some rumors that they are planning on doing a remake of this, since they're kind of doing the old Knights of the Old Republic remake. So I heard a rumor that they might be doing a remake of this too. Hopefully they understand the material of it, or whoever is deciding to do the new Star Wars games. Okay, moving on. Number 10. This one is probably a cool one. I know it's a lot of people's favorites. This is Star Wars Dark Forces. Now, this game right here, I not only had for the computer, like I did with Outcasts, but I also had Dark Forces for the PS1. And I do have that game, by the way. I'll have to show it to you guys sometime. I guess I probably could have just, I don't know, showed you the games because all the list of these 11 games, I actually do have those in discs and stuff. I guess I should have just showed you those and instead of just writing up a list, but I didn't think about it. Anyways, the thing that's cool about Dark Forces is that Dark Forces, this Star Wars game, kind of reminds me of Doom. Instead of the aliens or mutants or whatever you want to call the things, instead of those, you swap them out with stormtroopers. it's literally like Doom, and I kind of thought that was I think that's kind of one of the coolest things with that game because and they are doing a remake of Dark Forces as well, but I haven't heard any more like talks about it since they was planning on doing it. So we'll see what's going on there. Because I know there's several different Star Wars games they're wanting to do remakes to and things. So we'll see what goes on with that. But yeah, if you guys haven't played Dark Forces, or if you guys are looking forward to playing Dark Forces, give it a go again. Because I actually played it on the PS1, which I have. I was playing it on the PS1 for like an hour and stuff, and I completely, yeah, fun times. My next game I got here is Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. This is kind of a cool little flying Star Wars game. Probably kind of similar to your like Ace Combat or some of those other like airplane flying games. What I like about it is it stands out different, and I really enjoy its concept. And I think it's really fun game, especially for a flying space game. So not too much about that, but it's pretty enjoyable, And the thing is, when you play your Star Wars Jedi Starfighter battles, when you go and play your Star Wars Battlefront, it's almost like that game there kind of helps you with your flying shooter abilities because you played that, and then now you're going on to play Battlefront, and when you're going around shooting spaceships and stuff, I mean, it's kind of where it takes from. The next one is Star Wars Squadrons, which is the other flying. It's another flying simulator one. A lot of it kind of reminded me of Jedi Starfighter. Really, I mean, it kind of brought back some things of that, but just a different story, different tale, and not just that, but the story of it was pretty good. I think I really enjoyed the story concept of that game. I think it was actually pretty interesting game as well, especially for a flight game. So, not too much to talk about on Squadrons, other than the fact it is a very good game. If you have not played it, give it a try. Pretty sure when this game was coming out, I think Jedi Fallen Order was like right behind that as well. Same with your Battlefront, and then you had your Battlefront 2, the Battlefront 2 remake that everybody was playing right beside it. So, okay, moving on. The next one is Star Wars Republic Commando. This one was actually kind of fun. A lot of Republic Commando kind of reminded me of Halo. Literally a first-person shooter of Halo. And the reason for that is because some of the creators, I guess, from Halo actually kind of helped make some parts of this game. And that's kind of where it got the feel from, I guess. But I really enjoyed Star Wars Republic Commando, especially its first-person atmosphere and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool for it and stuff and everything else. There were a few moments, like, when you're playing the game, like, when you're in the pitch black dark, there were some moments that kind of, like, scared the piss out of me just a little bit, and the reason why is because the Geonosian aliens that are on there, that's what actually kind of scared me a little bit, because you're in first person. There was a couple times I had some of them pop up in my face. Not just pop up in my face, but like show up just like out in the middle of nowhere, or you thought you killed them, and it turns out they're still alive, just playing possum. But I kind of remember getting a few jump scares from the Geonosian aliens. Moving on to number 6, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. The game with Jango Fett. That game was amazing. I know a lot of people hate it, but I think this was very enjoyable, a very different game. Since they played Star Wars since they made the Bounty Hunter game with Jango Fett, I really wish they would have made one with Boba Fett. Then you would have had a back-to-back games to play. And I think that was like one of the really coolest things about Star Wars Bounty Hunter. I had that game for the PS2. I really wish they would have made it for the old Xbox original too, but they only made it for PS2 and the Nintendo GameCube. So the only two consoles they made it for, and I'm guessing they made it for iOS too. Now you can actually play it for the PS4. Let's see. Next Star Wars game here. The thing about Star Wars Bounty Hunter, it kind of reminded me. I could be wrong, but it kind of reminded me of the Hitman games, the way it was kind of played, just a little bit. I'm not sure if that's like the. I'm not sure if that's like the correct way to say that, but I think that's what kind of Bounty Hunter kind of reminded me what it was like, those Hitman games. So, the next game is number 5, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith game. This was probably one of my favorite. This is probably like one of the coolest games for a lot of people. I mean, it's a lightsaber fighting game. I mean, not only do you play the story mode, unlock all the characters, play the characters, and just enjoy like beating the hell out of each other with that. I really enjoyed the Revenge of the Sith game. I think that was probably a cool little Star Wars game. I think my favorite characters for playing was, especially when you played as the duplicates of themselves, and they had like alternate like ones. If you played both Anakin, you had your Sith Lord Anakin with the hood over. If you played with Obi-Wan, 2 Obi-Wans, the other one had like a green lightsaber with his hood up. So a lot different and stuff. So there was pretty cool things. I remember the bonus modes that they had. The bonus level missions they had where you played as Yoda, that was a fun one. General Grievous, I think, was the other one. There was one where you played as Anakin, but Skywalker one. I can't think what that one was called. Then the other one was your the guards, the General Grievous guards. That one I didn't really care too much for very well, because that one was kind of difficult because, yeah, you can kill all the stormtroopers, but when it came to the stupid crab droid, it came to be a pain. So, but yeah, anyways, that's what I got for Revenge of the Sith. I have to think about playing that game some point in some time. They did actually have this for the. I do have that game not only for the PS2, but I also have it for the Xbox original as well, because I do remember that, the old Xbox original, they did get some of those games that PS2 had, that PS2 made, and put theirs, and then they made a new Star Wars games that were for Xbox exclusive only, like ones. So that was kind of fun, cool, I guess. So I think Xbox did pretty well, when it comes to doing some of the Star Wars games. I probably would say, the Nintendo GameCube did okay too. I don't think they did a whole ton of Star Wars games. I remember, I think the only ones I think of was like Rogue Squadrons, and I'm probably missing some. Anyway, moving on. The next Star Wars game is Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. This is probably one of my favorite Lego Star Wars games. Yes, I know there's the Skywalker Saga. I'm aware of that, and that is a really fun game, I've heard, by the way. But this one here is just a classic. Has all from the first to the 6th movie all in it, and I think you can get some of the DLC characters from like the Clone Wars and stuff in here too, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And I think you can play as, I think they had Star Killer on there for a DLC. They even had him on the Lego Star Wars 3 game as a DLC character too. So they had him on a couple different games as guest characters. The next game here, what do you know, is Star Wars Force Unleashed 1 and 2. I just put both 1 and 2 because both 1 and 2 were actually very good games. Playing as playing as Stark playing as Starkiller and stuff. The thing about Star Wars Force Unleashed, it really kind of reminded me of the God of War games. It was literally like God of War, only except you're playing a Jedi character that's like super freaking powerful with the Force, and like, oh man, just all kinds of cool fun, and collecting all the different colored lightsabers. That was actually fun. I remember doing that. That was like my first thing I did whenever I went and when I played that game, was to collect all the lightsabers. I even went back on missions to go find those lightsabers before I went and did. Yeah, fun stuff. Let's see, what else do they have? Oh yeah, the Black Lightsaber. I remember where you had to go find that at. You had to climb up the very top of the. I think that was the was it the Death Star that you're in that you got to go find that, or was it one of the Star Cruiser ships? I can't remember where it was at, but I know you got to climb to the very top to get to that Black Lightsaber and stuff. Anyways, so moving on. The next games here are your Star Wars Knights of Old Republic games. Both are amazing games in general. I really enjoyed those games for what they are. Not only did I enjoy those games for what they are, but Darth Malak, Darth Raven, Darth Nihilus, Darth Xenon, I'm messing some characters, but those 4 Sith Lords, I mean, come on. What could you ask for? And those games were actually really classic, and I have both of those for the old Xbox, by the way. Those are actually pretty fun. And 2, you can actually play those on the Xbox One in your Play Store, too, that are backward compatible. Same with Jedi Outcasts. You can do that with that game, too. But yeah, I really enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure you can do Republic Commando now for the old Xbox now too, I've noticed, which is kind of cool. The cool thing about Old Republic is I think the stories of both of them were very well done, especially Raven's story. There's a lot I could tell you about Old Republic. I don't know if I want to tell the whole thing right now in this video. But if you guys ever have time, go back and play some old Knights Republic. I think it's a really fun game. Both of them are anyway. The last but not least, at number 1, and you gotta think I wouldn't leave these games out in the open. Star Wars, the original Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 games. Where do I begin with this? These games were pretty much like your Call of Duty or your Battlefront game, your Battlefield games. I mean, they were literally similar to both. The first one was pretty good. Of course, though, you couldn't really be a Jedi, which really kind of sucked. And when you had the Jedi on the battlefield, you had to find a way to get rid of him or try to avoid him, because if you try to fight him or try to antagonize him, he's going to kill you, because you can't kill him with a bullet, with a blast in him, because he just blocks it. But you can. There's like two things you can do with Darth Vader. What do you do? You can either take him to a spot where you're leaving the battlefield and kill him that way. The second one is you can either take him to the or if you have a rocket launcher or a grenade, Obviously, you can blow them up, which is kind of fun. But if you hit them all just right, it's actually kind of cool. But if you blow them up if they're up pretty high and stuff, they'll actually die because that's a pretty far landing for them, I guess. And then when you have your Star Wars Battlefront 2, oh man, that game there was like a masterpiece. I mean, you could be a Jedi, you could be a Sith, you can be a gun shooter, whatever. I just remember playing the second one a lot with friends of mine and stuff, and oh my gosh, we would just play nothing but Jedi and Sith Lord battles, just slicing the hell out of each other. Some of us would be Naruto running at one another with the swords. It was freaking amazing. But yeah, that's about it. Not too much add here, guys. About to close out of this video here. What are some of your guys' favorite Star Wars games you've ever played? Now, I don't have Jedi Outcast, Jedi Fallen Order, or the new Star Wars Battlefront games, and the reason I probably could have put Jedi Fallen Order on here, but I did not. The reason why is because that game is still kind of new to me, and I don't know too much about the game. I'm kind of trying to learn who Cal Katastas is. But the only thing I could think about Jedi Fallen Order is it was pretty similar. Jedi Fallen Order kind of reminded me of like similar of like Assassin's Creed games or like your Watchdog games. Look really similar because there were some parkour elements with that game too. So it really kind of reminded me of Assassin's Creed like feel. And then the new remake of the Battlefront Field games, they're okay. I just don't think they hold up to the classic memories or of like the old games, because those games were like made for what they are, and I think that's why those ones are why they're at number 1 and 2. I notice a lot of people, and I've done it myself, have even gone back to playing the old Battlefront games and revisit, that memory and stuff, because there's a lot of things that game had that the new ones don't have. So, I think it's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Post a comment section below and tell me what your guys' favorite Star Wars games are. Post a comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. As always, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.